Hey guys, what's up? Serena here from thriftdiving.com. So you have been seeing my home be transformed over the years. Well, there's one place that I never transformed, and that was my doorbell. Well, the one thing that I never transformed. So recently, Ring.com, who's sponsoring this video, they had reached out to me and said, can you do a video? Was it easy to install? Is this something that you need for your house? Does it actually protect your packages from porch pirates? So we're gonna cover all of that in this video. I'm gonna show you how I installed it, and I'm also gonna show you what my porch looks like now. It looks so pretty. So let's jump into this video, this review right now. So I'm a little embarrassed to show you, this is what my doorbell looked like just about a week ago. We moved in 9 years ago. We had old brown doors, we had old lighting. We've done a lot of changes to this porch, including updating the doors and the lighting. But this doorbell, guys, we just never did anything about it. And so a lot of times people would just stand there at our front door and push this old rickety doorbell thinking that someone was coming to the door, but they weren't. So when Ring reached out and wanted me to do a review, I thought this is great. Not only will we update this, but I'll be able to give you an honest review on whether or not it works for us. So really, out of the box, it comes with everything that you need to get started. But I do have to tell you, you will need to charge the battery. Now, you might be hardwiring it. Even if you are, you still want to charge that battery before you get started, and it's going to take a little bit of time, so just be patient. Now, the setup was pretty easy. The first thing I did was I downloaded the app, and it walks you through step by step how to get this thing up and running. Because the thing is, you want the app to talk to the device, right? That's how we're going to monitor this. So we have to actually set it up as a new device, and you scan the code that comes with the paperwork, it updates, and then you're connected. Now, the thing is that you have several options here. You could actually just use the battery for a wireless install, or you can actually have this wired. And the thing is that if you have a wired installation, the battery will still, work for the Ring, but the two complement each other, right? So all of that is explained in the tutorial. It's a really easy app to use. Just follow the instructions, and that's what I did. So I removed the cover, and then I was able to move on to the next step, which again was some information about the battery, making sure that it's connected to the internet. Now, this will only connect to a regular wireless internet connection. It does not connect to a 5G, so I believe it's 2.4 gigahertz. So the next thing I had to do was go to the location and make sure that it was connected and make sure that I could, invite my husband to be a user. So the next thing I needed to do was to remove the old doorbell. Now, this does have wires, so I did kill the power at the electrical panel. So make sure that if you are removing an old one, kill the power so that you don't electrocute yourself. That's very important. Now, I couldn't actually verify if there was power coming to these wires, these conductors, because I didn't have a voltage tester when I did this. But I went ahead and just assumed that there was power. So, of course, I made sure that it was off. And then I used my wire strippers to cut a little bit of that insulation off and created a nice little hook. Now, if you're hardwiring this, you will connect these to the little screws on the back. And it doesn't matter if you put the red on the left, the red on the right. Both of them have to be connected, but you can choose either or. Doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure that they're on there tight. Now, if you are attaching this to a wood frame like I am, then you're just going to use the wood screws that are included in the kit. It does come with a little level, which is great, so you can make sure you're not crooked. But if you are drilling into brick or concrete, there is some other tools that are in the kit so that you'll be able to get this mounted to those surfaces. But here's the thing, when I first installed it, I didn't realize that I needed to make some adjustments. So if, for example, you live at the top of a staircase, or if your front walkway kind of wraps around and you need this angled more to the left, there are adapters that come in the set so that you can angle this down, you can angle this to the left, to the right. So it is pretty flexible in how you mount it, and you'll see that in just a moment. But the main thing is just making sure that it is capturing a really good view. It is a nice wide angle, so keep that in mind depending on where your walkway is. Now, once it was installed, I was able to put the faceplate on. It does come in silver, and you can get it in a dark gray, but it comes with this little screw, and this is how it's going to be secured, because you don't want someone to come up and be able to rip off your faceplate or go to push it and it comes off by accident. So they do include the hardware, and they include everything you need to get it up and running. And then because this weather is so unpredictable, the day that I installed the doorbell, it was 40 degrees. The next day, it was 65. So you know that meant it was time to remove the ring so that I could actually paint this trim. I was so thankful for that warm weather. The house numbers needed to come off. Those were going to get a nice coat of black spray paint. And if you are painting trim, definitely use a good quality exterior paint. I did 2 coats, and I could not wait to see how nice this was going to look with a new doorbell. Now, while I had taken the doorbell off, the ring was just laying down there, and it actually captured me doing some of the painting. So I didn't even realize this until I went back through all the footage, and I was like, hey, there I am painting. But it got 2 really good coats, and it started looking very fresh, very clean. But in the meantime, it was time to paint this vase. I found it several months ago at the thrift store, and I knew it would look amazing with a coat of black paint. And I just decided, since we're putting in this new doorbell, it looks amazing. Why don't we paint the trim and do some holiday decorating? I generally don't decorate for the holidays, but I really enjoyed putting all of this together. So when the paint dried, it was time to reinstall the doorbell. Now, remember I told you that Ring has these adapters that if you want your doorbell to angle to the left or to the right, or if you want it to be angled up or down, then they actually have the attachments in the kit. Well, I decided to angle mine a little bit more to the doorway because the way the walkway was, it really just needed to be angled that way so you can see more of who's at the front door and who's coming to the door. So I reinstalled it. It was pretty easy to do. It just installed to the wood, and then the doorbell actually installs to the adapter. And then my husband decided to get a little silly while testing out the doorbell.
Can you hear me?
Can I help you?
I'm here for Thanksgiving turkey. You have some vegan turkey?
We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here.
My husband is such a jokester. We do celebrate Thanksgiving, and we had a really good one. Thank you very much. Hopefully you did too. Okay, so let me tell you what I really like about Ring and why I think this could be a great security feature for your front door. If you go into the app, they have a section there called Neighbors. If you click on that, it actually shows you everything that's happening in your neighborhood that your neighbors have submitted. So you can see within just a few miles of your house if people are trying to break into cars, if there's lost dogs, and you can submit your own alert too and let people know, hey, there's porch pirates or whatever's happening in your neighborhood. I really, really like that feature. Another thing I really like is that the app can store all of your history of events for your devices on the cloud. You do get these recordings for 30 days when you install the app, and after 30 days, there is an optional subscription for as little as $30 for the year. I don't think that's very much, and you will get 60 days of recorded events. Your Ring Doorbell and the app can still do the two-way talk, and you'll get the notifications without a subscription, but I think the beauty of this device is having a history of what's going on around the exterior of your home. And you're also going to want to make sure that your router is located near your Ring device for the best signal strength. So if your router is located far away from where your Ring is going to be installed, you might want to consider getting something called the Ring Chime Pro. This is an extender that can actually help boost the signal to your Ring. And guess what? You can change the tones, which is so fun. I love the holiday one. So let's take a look at what my porch looks like now that it's all festive for the holidays. So this $4 vase got a makeover. The trimmer on this door was just 1970s beige. Didn't like that. So now it just has a nice pop of white to match these modern doors. And I didn't do anything super creative, but I just brought in the things that really make it feel like the holidays. And I am just loving it. I'm loving coming home to this. And this is the holiday season, so people are getting a ton of gift deliveries, and you want to make sure that you're deterring people from stealing your stuff, your packages, right? But you might also be traveling and you want to monitor what's happening around your home. And it doesn't matter if you're 5 miles or 50 miles or 100 miles from home. I think that you can do that with the Ring. And if you have been considering this for your home, I can honestly say I really have been enjoying using this. If you're giving it for a gift, trust me, it's a gift that will be useful the entire year and not just the holidays. It's not something someone's going to stick in a corner and never use. They will use this, and you'll use it for yourself. So for more information about the Ring, click the link below or go to ring.com, and I will see you next project. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday.